Starting calisthenics, just like anything, can be a difficult task. I was at a new place yesterday where there was like red water because of the algae, and a boy came up to me while I was doing a handstand and asked if he could get a picture. And so we got the picture and everything, and then I asked him if he wanted to try it, like just with a spot or just alone, and he rejected it. He thought he couldn't do it, and so he got, I don't know, he didn't believe in himself, and he didn't think he could start. And that's what brings me to this video. I think anyone could start calisthenics. For example, this is calisthenics, but so is this, and this, right? So calisthenics is just body weight exercise, and it doesn't have to be this super challenging, like top of the world type of thing. And this is calisthenics too. Calisthenics is a form of exercise. It's not a club that you can or can't be part of. Anyone could try it out, and depending on how you like it, you could stick with it or try something else for exercise, right? But in this video, I wanted to quickly brush over what you could do to start calisthenics, no matter what stage you're at, right? Because it's this amazing thing that you can use to better yourself, and it's super fun as soon as you start, and I hope you would start. So that story got me thinking, what stops people from not wanting to start, or what stops people from starting, sorry. And I think the answer to that is the fear of failing. They don't want to embarrass themselves, they don't want to get a hit to their ego, but I think in my experience, that's just been a roadblock, right? Because you can do calisthenics that you know you can do, right? And getting like slowly better and better over time will require some failing, right? That's just part of the process, just as successes, right? The more times you fail, really, the better your success will be, right? Because it was a harder journey to get there. And because of this fear of failing, not a lot of people start, ever. They might plan on it, they might make this whole like routine around it, but they'll never actually do that first knee push-up or incline pull-up, right? So you got to understand that the fear of failing is kind of irrational, because you're just going to fail anyway. I've failed thousands of times in my 3 years of doing this, so it's just part of the journey, just like successes. So keep your head up, and yeah. So there's always a progression you can start with. If it's not a normal push-up, it could be a knee push-up or even a wall push-up. And so the boy, the guy in the story, he got scared because I asked him if he wanted to do a technique that was a little too advanced for him, right? I don't know what physical level he started with, but he got nervous and didn't want to try. And you really got to keep an open mind here, like ask open-ended questions. So yeah. So the boy basically saw the handstand and said to himself, I can't do that, or can I do that? And then he answered no to himself. But really a better question would be, how can I work up to that, right? That would be a better question, because then you're formulating a plan to actually get the goal that you want, right? And that applies to a lot of things too, like not just calisthenics. Just asking open-ended questions could help a lot, right? Because it opens your mind instead of shuts it down. So that fear of failing is basically 90% of this video, because that's, I think, what stops most people from starting. That's what delayed me starting for a while, right? But failures are gonna happen, right? I fail every day. That's just a normal thing. The more you do it, the more you get used to it. And if you're smart and if you take a look back at it, you can try to analyze those fails and see what went wrong. I don't know why I can't talk. What went wrong? And that's what I started doing. And you actually grow a lot more, I think, from your fails than you do from your success, right? Because if you succeed in something, you did everything right, or most things right, and you can't learn as much from that. But if you take videos of what you do and you learn good technique and you try to apply that technique, then there's only one way to go, right? Because you can only get better. And doing that will lead to much faster progress than just doing an exercise wrong. But I think even starting when you don't know what you're doing is better than just not starting at all. I think you just got to, for that first length of time, the beginning stage, you kind of have to just do it and figure it out along the way, right? As soon as you do that first push-up or wall push-up or knee push-up, then you're a calisthenics athlete. That's really all there is to it. And all you have to do is just keep going. Advance that over time, learn what you're doing wrong, improve on your form so it's a bit safer, and there you go. You're a calisthenics athlete. Congrats. Yeah, that's basically it for this video. I wanted to be in the forest because starting something new can be a little difficult. And I hope this background made it a bit more peaceful, you know? So, thanks for watching.